Yo, 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 yo. Yo, what's good, OTN podcast? We back with another one. This is episode 38. This is going to be a little quick and short one. We just talking about college football, since it's coming up in, I think, what is that, 75 more days for today? So, as you see by the title, we predicting. I'm going to predict my top 10 college football teams for the rankings before the season. And then I'm predicting who I think gonna finish in the top four for college football playoffs. And we also gonna talk about college football for next year. College football for next year is gonna be real, real, real interesting. As you can see by my background, I'm a Michigan fan, so I ain't gonna let too much bias get in the way. But we about to start off right now with the top 10. Well, right now we about to be doing. I'm about to predict my top 10 college football teams for like the top 10 rankings. So we're gonna start off with number one, Georgia Bulldogs, the champs, the reigning champs, the reigning freaking champs. So the Georgia Bulldogs lost 15 people to the NFL draft. Yes, 15 people, and 8 of them was starters on their defense. So yeah, I can understand why people think Georgia might fall off a little bit, and I see why. I think they fall off a tad bit. I don't think they'll fall off a significant amount though, to the point where they not even gonna be at least a 9 to 10 win team. I think they'll still get 10, 11 wins. They might lose one game. Matter of fact, we're actually about to go through their schedule too. Let's see. Because Georgia's still a very talented team, obviously, and you got Kirby Smart. You can't go against that. So as we look at their schedule, they start off with UT Martin, it's a W, Ball State, W, South Carolina. Luckily, they're home, so I give them that one. But I like South Carolina this year. That'll come up later on in this pod. Then they got UAB, W, Auburn, W, Kentucky, W, Vanderbilt, W, Florida, W, Missouri, W, Ole Miss, W, Tennessee, W, and Georgia Tech, W. So it look like they go from the look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It look like they going 12-0 to me. If they end up losing one game, I think it will be to South Carolina. I like South Carolina this year, but we'll talk about that later on. Moving on for our top 10 college football teams before the season. Number 2 will be, as you can see, my Michigan Wolverines, man. Michigan Wolverines. We did lose some defensive pieces. Obviously, we lost some pieces on the D line. We lost Ronnie Bell for wide receiver, but we're getting back our two-headed monster at running back with the Don and that boy Blake freaking Corum. And we still got JJ McCarthy. I believe in JJ McCarthy. I feel like he'll improve. He'll improve a lot this year. But this year, I'm hearing reports it's gonna be our best team this year. But you know how that go. I don't get my hopes up that much. I do think we win the Big Ten, but I don't give my hopes up that much. But as we go through our schedule, we got Eastern Carolina for game 1. I think that's a dub. UNLV for 2. That's a dub. Bowling Green, dub. Rutgers, dub. Nebraska, dub. Minnesota, dub. Indiana, dub. Michigan State, dub. Purdue, dub. Penn State, that should be a dub, even though we're away. The Maryland game out of all games will be a trap. What's up, son? I'm not talking about that.
Son.
I'm not talking about that, but college football. I'm only gonna be here on for like 15 minutes, 15,
Hey,
20
give me a
minutes.
sec, give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec. My fault for interrupting the program on a beautiful Sunday.
This
Let me
man,
make sure, my studio is all set up right.
this man is fraud.
Okay. Any hooser. Hello, how are we doing today on this Beautiful Sunday. My lips is dry. I need some.
Boy, it's
Some
fried.
Pepsi.
We doing. Hold on. We're doing real good, son. I'm just predicting my top 10 college football teams for before the season and
Oh,
going
you want me?
through.
You want me to? I don't. I mean, your list. You don't need no really list. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
I can tell
on,
you who
hold
my running back
on,
is.
hold on, hold
Oh,
on, hold on. So,
my
like I
fault.
said, Maryland, I feel like that might be a trap game. If we do end up losing one, it'll probably be the Maryland because we think about Ohio State too much. But I think Ohio State be a dub. So 11-1 or 12-0, we'll make it to the Big Ten championship. I think we won. We're gonna move on. Now for our number 3 team for our top 10 teams in the college football before the season start will have to be USC. People ain't gonna like this, but it's gonna have to be USC. The reason why I
Wait,
put
wait, wait, wait. Pause. Pause. Can I? I don't mean to cut you off.
mm,
But you said USC at 10.
no at 3
Oh,
for our
okay,
top
okay,
10.
okay, 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 okay.
Now people ain't gonna like this. Yes, they ahead of Alabama, Ohio State, all that. The main reason, everybody y'all should know the reason why they ahead of all these teams. Caleb freaking Williams. I
Williams.
shouldn't have to say no more. Yes, their defense do suck. It sucks. But that doesn't as we get on and like watch as you watch football more and more, I promise you this defense stuff doesn't matter. Like me watching that Ohio State Georgia game alone just proved to me as long as you got good talent on offense, you will always stay in the game. So USC is gonna be straight. They got the best quarterback in college football, if we being honest. At least I think. So they always gonna have a good offense, high powered offense, and they always gonna be in every single game, no matter what. So that's the reason why I got them at number 3. So as we go through their schedule, they got San Jose State 1, dub, Nevada, dub, Stanford, dub, Arizona State, dub, Colorado, dub, Arizona, dub, Notre Dame. If they were to lose a game, nah, they beat Notre Dame too. Utah, that's a dub. That's a dub. I think they'll win that. California, dub. Now Washington, I don't know. See, this is where it gets tough. Washington and Oregon, because they had both got 2 good quarterbacks, and I know it's gonna be a shootout. But I give them the edge over Washington and Oregon, and then they got to finish off UCLA. That'd be a dub. So I think they go undefeated. But if they were to lose a game, it'd probably be one of these Washington or Oregon because you got to play them back to back. You got anything to say before I move on about your team, son?
Um, let's got one question. Like, and you might, edit this,
Mm.
and my face might get weird. Because I was wondering, you put USC at 3. Where you got Michigan at?
I got them at number 2. What you mean?
So you got. Let me ask you this:
mm.
you got Michigan over USC
Mm-hmm.
and Ohio State.
Hell yeah. We'll go into that deeper though as I get to the Ohio State though.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let me hear what you gotta say about Michigan before I have to comment on
Oh, what I
anything,
had to say about Michigan?
else.
Well, Michigan only
Yeah,
lost a few players. They lost one wide receiver. They lost a few people on the D line, and then they lost one
and
cornerback.
you lost a viable piece into your office last year in your
Who?
running back. Am I correct or am I wrong?
No, he's returning. Both of our running backs are
Oh,
returning.
not
Oh,
Haskins.
not
My fault. I'm
Haskins.
tripping.
Blake Corum, he's returning.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I
Okay.
said. That's why if I said I put them at number 2 because if I feel like if Michigan USC played tomorrow, well, let's be realistic. A couple months from now, I would take Michigan over them. Yes, I did say defense doesn't. I feel like defense doesn't really win games no more. But if you have a good defense and a gritty offense like Michigan, who takes up so much freaking clock, you only get so many opportunities. And you telling me a good Michigan team only got to get 1 to 2 stops, which is football is possible. Then yes, I would give me that Michigan team who's gonna soak up that clock and still like keep Caleb Williams off the field, basically.
So I do have to comment on that. Now you saying that there was a play tomorrow. So you that confident in your offense that your offense can keep up with a high powered offense as
I
as
don't, I don't, but
USC?
I don't. But that's why I said Michigan would just run the ball and waste clock. They not about to be throwing it all over the field, putting up 50. But I think they
Okay, so
will.
who? Let me go ahead. So let me ask you this: so what quarterback is y'all got coming back?
We got JJ McCarthy coming back for his what
Okay,
is it,
JJ
junior
McCarthy.
senior
I was
year.
making sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same JJ McCarthy from last year.
No, it's not
That
because
when
it's a
the
new
lights was
year.
on,
It's a new year, so no, it's not the same McCarthy for last year.
when the lights was on, when the lights was on, he what? He folded. Okay, the
No
same
comment
JJ
on that,
McCarthy.
man. No comment on that,
Okay,
man.
so that's
They
where I'm at with it. Is
Michigan looked
where
horrible
do
that
you?
game.
Okay, I hear you. But that's what I'm saying is that faithfully we talk about quarterback battles. We talk about we literally saw it in the Super Bowl where you have Patrick Mahomes, really, and Jalen Hurts, right? You
Mm,
have Patrick Mahomes just because the Chiefs had a better quarterback and a better coaching team beat overall the better team and the Eagles.
okay.
I think if USC and Michigan was to play, Caleb Williams is going to outbattle JJ McCarthy. I just don't think JJ McCarthy would make the right decisions, the right reads for Michigan to win a game. I mean, especially when the lights is on, baby. Like I don't see that.
It do sound good, but it's easier. It's easier for them to game plan against USC than it would be Georgia, for real, on this list to me.
Okay, I hear you. I understand. I
Yeah,
understand your opinion.
I know USC game plan would be make JJ beat y'all, sell out on a run, and that's where it could get tricky. That's where I have to see what JJ McCarthy we getting this year. We getting last year JJ McCarthy, or we getting improved JJ McCarthy. But if Michigan come out with a good game plan, yes, they know they're gonna be on the run a little bit, but Michigan still gonna run it like 30 times. They don't care. They're gonna add some passes in there though, some good play action passes. But if Michigan stick to their game plan, their defense, do what they supposed to do, they should be good. They should be able to beat USC. To be honest, I didn't say my prediction for the top four college football, but these two teams I got in it. So they
Okay.
might end up playing for real, to be honest.
It's a possibility.
But yeah, this nigga.
I'm just listening. Don't mind me. I'm a Florida though.
This man fried. All right, man. So next we got for our number 4 team in this top 10 college football rankings before the season, we got Alabama. No, Alabama defense still gonna be good. We all know that. Blah blah blah. It's their quarterback situation. I don't know who's gonna be Alabama quarterback. And to be honest with you, I hope it's not that Notre Dame transfer. To be honest with y'all, because if y'all have that Notre Dame transfer as our quarterback, which I'm hearing that y'all offensive coordinator actually likes the man, that's why he was happy when he transferred over there. I don't know. I think y'all gonna have to start Jalen Monroe, but I mean, I guess y'all could give the Notre Dame transfer a chance, but I wouldn't. I'm starting Jalen Monroe off rip. He's a freshman, sophomore. Starting him off rip and seeing how that goes. Y'all have a favorable schedule. I don't see nobody crazy y'all play. Y'all play Middle Tennessee first game. That's a dub. Texas second game. It's gonna be a test, but it should be a dub. South Florida dub. Ole Miss dub. Mississippi State dub. Texas A&M dub. Arkansas dub. Tennessee dub. LSU. Y'all are home, but that's a tricky one. But we'll talk down the line about that. Kentucky dub. Chattanooga. Come on. Auburn to finish it off. That's always gonna be a tough because that's a rivalry game, but y'all should win. So I got y'all going undefeated 2 for real. If not, y'all lose to LSU, but we'll talk about that later. So, but Alabama, it's just a quarterback situation for me, for real. You got anything to say?
Can I comment?
Hmm?
Yeah. Um, and I can see why you put Alabama at one,
Mm.
but like I don't know. As can I ask you this? When's the last time Alabama won the national title?
It's been a minute, like th- 2. No, Georgia won back to back,
Three
so at
years
least
ago.
3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years ago, right? That's all. And and I don't know if this is a bold question or a bold statement, or if
Mm.
I'm reaching or not. But like, don't it feel like maybe the Alabama like like people being scared to play Alabama. Don't you think that's over with?
Yeah, I mean, kinda. I mean,
Like when you got teams like I mean, even though my man's had a career day at Tennessee, like you have like teams like Tennessee beating them, like you got your
yeah.
old misses beating them. Like I feel like that fear and like them like just automatically getting number one, I think is kind of dead now. I don't know. I think that narrative is kind of dead, but it's a safe route though. It is a safe
I
just to
mean,
always put them at number one because they have the best recruits, they got the best coaching, like you know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying.
mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, anybody's beatable. So that's why I mean if I was a college football committee, I would try to look at, maybe putting Michigan at one or like, you know what I'm saying? Because if they lost in the national championship or they lost in the national championship, am I right?
Who? Alabama? Yeah.
No, Michigan.
Nah, never went.
Oh, okay. Oh, not as my fault. I said that.
Trying to be funny.
Well, I see more of a reason for them to be number one than Michigan, especially after losing like a key pieces as they do every year.
Mm. Um, yeah, I could see that. But Alabama, it's 12 games a season. They're getting guaranteed 10 every single freaking year, no matter what, no matter how bad the year is, because the coaching and the like you said, the talent, the recruits they get. But I think nobody's probably being scared of Alabama no more. Especially, I don't feel like this year the talent wise is not as good as previous years, obviously, but at the end of the day, other teams are getting tired of getting their ass whooped by Alabama. Eventually, you got to make some type of change. So as you see, that's why LSU, one of my dark horses in the SEC, they getting better. Tennessee, I don't really like Tennessee this year, especially since they lost Jalen Hyatt and the Hooker and all them. Even though people believe in Joe Milton, yes, I know he has a strong arm. He started off at Michigan, transferred to Tennessee, but he's not in my top 10. But that's for a later convo. But even though people believe in Tennessee, but these teams are getting better, like LSU, Tennessee, et cetera, et cetera. So I could see why it won't be no fear for Alabama anymore. Especially since Georgia, I feel like it's Georgia conference now too. So I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard for me to put them for them to get to number one after losing their best offensive piece and their best defensive piece, who were both top five draft picks.
Mm, yeah, yeah, but
I mean,
they'll
I
they'll
guess we
develop.
should see,
They'll develop
but
somebody.
like we definitely should see. But like I wouldn't be surprised if they end up slipping up and losing, that two like they did last year and fighting to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, I could see that too. I could see that too. But we about to move on to number 4. Wait, number 5 actually. So my number 5 team in the top 10 college football rankings before the season, we got bum old Ohio State. Ohio State, Ohio State, Ohio State. I don't like y'all. Y'all know
Marvin
that
Harrison
though.
Jr.
That's the only reason. Nah, that ain't the only reason. But Ohio State, for real, quarterback position, same as Alabama's. Y'all got talent all around offense. We know that y'all gonna get talent every freaking year. Top running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, whatever. Marvin Harrison, what is his name? What's the other dude name? Yubuka, and then Fleming. So y'all got a talented wide receiver core. It's just the quarterback. It's all up to the quarterback. Ryan Day is gonna be good. I still think y'all defense is suspect, which is another reason why I got y'all at 5. And like y'all gonna be good, but obviously as a Michigan fan, I really don't think y'all gonna beat us. So if y'all do end up losing a game, I really think y'all lose 2 games on the schedule. So as we go through, you have Indiana 1, y'all win. Youngstown State, dub. Western Kentucky, dub. Notre Dame. The Notre Dame game, I think y'all lose because with Sam Hartman getting transferring over there, which will go. We'll talk about this later on because I got Notre Dame in my top 10. But with Sam Hartman transferring there and their defense always been solid and their run game always been good, I think they'll give y'all fits. And they home and it's a night game this year. I didn't even see that, but I think they'll give y'all fits. So that should be cool. That'd be a good game, but I think y'all lose that. Maryland, dub. Purdue, dub. Penn State, dub. At Wisconsin, gonna be tough, but dub. Rutgers, dub. Michigan State, dub. Minnesota, dub. And then to finish it off with Michigan, I think y'all losing at our house. But y'all could go 10-2. Y'all could go 10-2. Probably make the Rose Bowl, whatever. Y'all should be good. It's just it really just depends on y'all quarterback position, to be honest, and the defense. Y'all defense have to be better consistently and be better at stopping the run, most definitely. And y'all DBs were suspect last year too for the passing game. But on to the next. So the 6 team we have in our top 10 college football rankings before the season, we have Clemson. Now Clemson. Clemson will probably still run the ACC for this year, but Syracuse and Florida State is creeping up, if we're being honest. But Clemson will always be good. Y'all always had a solid defense. It was just, I don't know what's going on with Dabo Swinney. I don't know what happened last year, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know if it was a play call or what, but last year was tough. Y'all still, I don't actually, do y'all still have this guy at quarterback? Let me check real quick. Okay, so y'all don't have DJ no more. He transferred to Oregon State. So who is y'all starting quarterback? Let's see. I'm trying to check real quick. Y'all starting quarterback is Cade Klubnik. I seen him play a tad bit. He's young. Ooh, he's very young. That's a work in progress still, I see. So y'all should be fine, but y'all still gonna have a little bit. Y'all still gonna struggle a tad bit. Let's be honest. If I'm Clemson, I wouldn't expect us to. Yeah, you probably win the ACC, but y'all might lose 1 or 2 games around the way. Like as we look at y'all's schedule, let's start. Y'all got Duke, dub. Charleston Southern, dub. FAU, dub. Florida State, that's gonna be a tough one. Yes, y'all whooped them last season, but Florida State is. I feel like they'll be better, and they still have Jordan Travis, even though they're not in my top 10. But that's gonna be a tough one. I think y'all could pull that one out. Syracuse, dub. Wake Forest, dub. Miami, dub. NC State, dub. Notre Dame. That's gonna be a tough one. I think y'all. I think y'all could pull in your home. I think y'all could pull that one out. Y'all could pull that one out for sure. It's gonna be real tough though. Georgia Tech, dub. North Carolina and South Carolina. These the 2 games. I think y'all slip on one of them, and if it end up being one, it'd be the last game of the season. South Carolina. I'm not gonna lie. South Carolina looking real good this year. They're in for a good surprise this year, I feel like. But we'll talk about that later. So for Clemson, I think y'all be sure y'all lose 1 game. Think y'all win the ACC, but I don't think it'd be enough. I don't think it'd be enough to make the playoffs because I think they'll favor probably like a 1 loss Alabama and before y'all still. Because they'd probably be like Alabama might go undefeated and then Alabama probably lose in a conference championship to Georgia and they'd probably still keep them in there somehow. I don't know. Or yeah, I actually could. No, Clemson. I could actually see y'all losing North Carolina and South Carolina at the end of the season, and then winning the ACC. Yeah, yep, I could see that. But on to the next. My 16. out of this college football top 10 prediction before the season is the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon freaking Ducks. Bo Nix and the crew. Now, Oregon is like, it's the same like USC kind of. They got a real good quarterback. The defense is suspect. It's going to always say suspect. But Bo Nix is not better than Caleb Williams. That's the thing. And he's not a better game manager than Caleb Williams. That's what separates them two, and that's what makes USC better than Oregon to me. And that's what makes me feel why USC has the edge in this conference this year. So, but as we go through y'all schedule, y'all have Portland State dub, Texas Tech dub, Hawaii dub, Colorado dub, Stanford dub, Washington. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough to go either way. So I'm not even gonna predict that one. Washington State dub, Utah. That's gonna be tough too. So I can't even predict that one. I think y'all lose either to Washington and Utah, and then that's it. Y'all either gonna lose to Utah or beat them, and then when y'all play Washington, y'all either gonna lose to them or beat them. But y'all not winning both. Then y'all got Cali. Y'all should win that easily. Then y'all have USC. I think that's an L. So that's 2 L's already. Arizona State, dub. Oregon State should be a dub. So I think y'all go 10-2. At worst 9-3 because y'all lose to Washington, Utah, and USC. But y'all gonna be solid. Y'all got Bo Nix, so y'all got a good chance regardless. But I just don't see y'all going over the hump with USC. But the next team I got, the 8th team I got in the top 10 college football predictions before the season, is them LSU boys and Brian Kelly, man. Brian Kelly, he's a good coach, man. And that LSU team is still, they got Jaden Daniels still for another year. So Jaden Daniels is a hound. I don't think they have Butte no more. But that LSU team is some dogs. I'm not gonna lie. Their defense it's okay. It's average. It's average. I don't maybe above average, but it's okay. 1 second. But that offense is crazy with Jaden Daniels. He remind me of he's a dual threat. He can run, he can pass. I don't know who to remind me of. I guess you could say Jalen Hurts, but a tad bit lower. I think it passed a tad bit better than Jalen Hurts too. But y'all gonna be good. I don't know if y'all. I like y'all this year. I don't know if y'all get over the. Y'all did win the division over Alabama. I don't know if y'all do it again though. I want y'all to though. But y'all start off with Florida State. It's gonna be tough. It's in Orlando, so it's not home, but it's kind of home for Florida still. I think y'all win that. It's gonna be tough though. Y'all play Grambling, y'all win. Mississippi State, dub. Arkansas, dub. Ole Miss, dub. Missouri, dub. Auburn, dub. Army should be a dub. Then y'all play Alabama at Alabama, man. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be real tough. It's gonna come down to that game. We wouldn't be honest with you. I think it's gonna come down to that game for whoever won the division. Y'all beating Florida. Y'all beating Georgia State. Y'all beating Texas A&M. I feel like y'all go 11-1 or 12-0. It's between y'all and Bama. It's between y'all and Bama, to be honest. Next, for the 9th team in my top 10 college football prediction before the season, it would have to be them South Carolina boys, man. Them South Carolina boys, man. I'm actually kind of excited for these boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. They bring back Spencer Rattler, who I'm not gonna lie. When Caleb Williams took over for him at Oklahoma, that's when I felt like it was over. and it wasn't looking good in the beginning for him actually last season. Then out of nowhere, boom, something just sparked and he just started taking off. They got the third year head coach Shane Beamer. He looked good to finish off the season, man. I feel like, and I hope that they could carry that momentum into next season and really shock some people. Like obviously, no, they're not beating. I don't think they beat Georgia, take over Georgia in the division, but they finished third in the division. I feel like they could finish second above Tennessee. So like with their schedule, they start off with North Carolina. That's gonna be tough off of it. But I think they could pull that one out. I really do think they could pull that one out. Furman, that's a dub. Then they played Georgia like the third week. That's at Georgia. So I'm sorry y'all, but y'all losing. I feel like y'all even know that. And then Mississippi State, that's a dub. Tennessee, Tennessee's home. They got Tennessee winning, but I think y'all pull that upset out, and people ain't gonna expect it. Florida, I think y'all win that. Missouri, dub. Texas A&M, that's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one because Texas A&M is always gonna be like under the radar. But if y'all do lose, I think y'all lose to Georgia and Texas A&M. Jacksonville State, dub. Vanderbilt, dub. Kentucky, dub. And then Clemson, dub. So yeah, 10-2, 11-1 at best. I really think y'all go 10-2 though, and shock some people. Finish in the top 10. That's what. Why not? And then for the last team, the number 10 team I have in the top 10 rankings before the college football season is Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I like them this year, but even though they have a solid defense, they have a solid run game, they have a quarterback now, I just don't know about their head coach. I really don't know about their head coach. Yes, it's the second. Excuse me. It's the second year, and I understand they did have a trash quarterback. If you ask me, I understand all that. Marcus Freeman. It's the second year though. Under being the head coach, I don't know. I just have to see it. Now that they got a quarterback, I have to see can he actually coach this team up and get them to win. Because like, even with the trash quarterback, losing to Marshall and all these other teams is unacceptable, and they know that. So I would just have to see. That's why I have them at 10. At least they got a good quarterback though now. So that could have been a problem, but we're just gonna have to see. So as we go through their schedule, and then they don't have they're not in a they need to be in a conference. I'm sorry, y'all have to strengthen y'all resume. Yes, y'all can play anybody, but y'all have to place somebody in the conference. And I mean, you have to be in the conference to just strengthen it to make a conference championship and all that. That's when I go into next year because that's not gonna matter next year. But we'll say that for later. So y'all have Navy, that's a dub. Tennessee State, dub. NC State, that's a dub. Central Michigan, dub. Ohio State, I do think y'all upset them. Duke, that's a dub. Louisville, it's a dub. USC, I think y'all lose to USC, so that's one L off rip because I got USC really going undefeated. Pitt should be a dub. Clemson, I think y'all end up losing to Clemson too. Not gonna lie. Clemson should be. They should be better. That's all I could really say. It should be better than last year because last year that didn't look like no Clemson. Wake Forest, I feel like for the Clemson game, I feel like I'll just get out coached in that game. That's really what it come down to. It might come down to the end, y'all get out coached. Wake Forest should be a dub. And Stanford, you know how that goes, rivalry game. Y'all should win that though. So I got y'all going 10-2, to be honest, and finishing right at 10. So officially for my top 10, I have Georgia number 1, going undefeated. Michigan number 2, going undefeated. USC, number 3, go undefeated. Alabama, number 4, who loses one game, rather it be in a regular season or it be in a conference championship to Georgia. Ohio State, number 5, who loses to Michigan. I think, if not to
And I agree.
Notre
It's just like
Dame. This man is
that's
fraud.
Clemson. They just fucking
Boy,
up.
fraud. And then y'all got Oregon, number 6, who I think y'all lose to 2 to 3 teams. And then we got LSU, number 7, who, that's going to be tough. I might have to flip flop. No, we keep LSU there. Because LSU. We'll keep LSU there. Because I think they end up losing. I'm trying to see. Because they could either go undefeated or they end up losing to Alabama. And then off the rips, lose to Florida State, too. And then I got South Carolina at 9. And then Notre Dame 10. So, yeah. So, but the next thing, as we move on, next thing I got is predicting the college football playoff. I think, as y'all can see by my rankings, I have Georgia. I feel like Georgia will finish number 1. Michigan will finish number 2. USC will finish number 3. And I think Alabama finished number 4 because I think they only lose in a conference championship to Georgia. But if they don't, other team I will put in 4. I can't even put another SEC team. So other team I would put in 4 would probably be Notre Dame if they end up surprising and shocking some people. But I think it'd be Alabama. I think this would be Georgia, Michigan, USC, Alabama, to be honest. Because they could make the conference championship. And whether they win or lose, especially if they win, they keep it Georgia in. But if they lose, I think they stay number 4. Compared to like Ohio State, they can't make a conference championship, especially if they lose to us. Because we're in the same division. So, yeah, that's my prediction for top 4. Now, lastly, we got is next year. Next year, 2024, I think it's going to be a 12-team playoff, college football playoff. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be real crazy. It's going to be real exciting. And then next year for the Big Ten, USC and UCLA goes over to the Big Ten. We introduced them. So now with that, there was a thing called flex protect. Like protect the games. Like protect games that need to be played every year, like rivalry. Like for Michigan, we protected Ohio State. It's a rivalry. We're never not going to play them. And we protected Michigan State. Now for that, I feel like it was a little problem with that. Because I feel like Ohio State and Penn State should have been protected. Because I feel like that's more of a rivalry than other games, to be honest. But if they don't consider that, that's why I want to know. Do y'all consider the Penn State Ohio State a rivalry? They might not consider it a rivalry. Some of y'all might not. Some of y'all will. But I think it is. So I think that should have been flex protected. But I understand the Michigan Penn State. That's not really a rivalry. But like next year it's going to be crazy, especially with the Big Ten. Ain't no more divisions. So we might end up seeing Ohio State and Michigan play each other twice. One in the regular season, one in the championship. Or you might end up seeing USC, Ohio State, USC, Michigan, USC, Penn State. Either way, it's going to be good next year. But 2024 is going to be a great year for college football. But but this season, this is my prediction. This season is going to be good too. We just going to have to wait and see, everybody. But that's all I have for today for college football. Just see, it was just a little quick show. Just talking about college football for today. Don't know exactly when we'll be back, but we do have a lot of other stuff to talk about. But I don't know when exactly we'll be back. Just stay tuned. I hope everybody have a nice day. Blessed Sunday. And I'm out.